So before you watch this video, I just wanted to give a special shout out to Mohammed. It was amazing for him to do this interview and I sincerely appreciate it. Go show him some love, and if you listen to this full interview, it will change your life. It's one of the best interviews I've ever done and he dropped some serious knowledge. So enjoy and go support him. Did you know, bro, you have probably the fastest growing finance YouTube channel right now? I think you've gained something like 30K subs in the past 2 weeks.
Bro, I saw that tweet that you wrote, and I'm like, no freaking way. How is that even freaking possible? I don't honestly, I don't even know how it happened. Like, it's so funny because it started just me like sharing my journey with ecom. I'm just like this whole YouTube. Because here's the thing, I've been on YouTube since like 2013, and I used to post like gaming videos, right? And I've always wanted to go back into YouTube. So I was doing ecom stuff, and I'm like, you know what? This whole YouTube thing is so interesting. Like, I've done YouTube before, so let me go back to it. And it's funny because I'm just like, let me just post stuff, and the stuff just started to take off. Somehow, I don't even know how. And I say that all the time with people. I'm just like yeah, like I do things that I don't even like. I'm not even sure how I do it, but like somehow it just happens to be like the best thing to do.
I think part of the reason why you've gained so much success is because you're extremely authentic. Like, your common sense is what actually other people consider as like uncommon, that you don't care to like hold anything back. You don't care to gatekeep anything. It's just you, and it's just the way you want to do things. Would you say that's accurate?
I mean, it's just the abundance mentality, right? Like I talked about that so much on my recent videos. It's like, bro, it's so crazy. You go and look at nature. Like, nature is so abundant, and like you're part of nature, right? So it's like, why are you like in lack? Like, I always say that. Like, I feel like I'm even starting to become repetitive for that, but it's so true. People are like, they're still not understanding it. Like, I talk to like even my friends, bro. Like, I talk to them, and like, so I usually get raw milk, right? Like, instead of normal milk.
Yeah.
And raw milk is like 3 times the price. They're like, bro, why are you freaking spending 3 times the price when you can just get it from like a grocery store? I'm like, you don't get it, bro. It's abundance mentality. Like, why are you so freaking worried about like $11 or $12 or whatever? Why are you so freaking worried about that? You know what I mean?
Nothing. Yeah. If only people like understood the long term as well, like the true value of making a long-term investment. And regarding your body and your health, it doesn't matter how rich you are. Like, the health is always the most valuable thing. So raw milk or anything natural, I think, is a no-brainer.
Yeah, and it's like, what's freaking like 3 times the price on that? And you're getting a lot back anyway. You know, just like by being healthy. It's so funny. I actually just made a video recently. I haven't posted it yet. I was just talking about like cheat codes to just getting ahead of 99% of the people. And I'm like, I was just talking about raw milk, man. I don't know. I think the theme of this specific week is just raw milk. I've been telling my dad about it, my freaking family. It's so crazy, man. Like, raw milk. Yesterday I drank like an entire jar, and it's just like just so much energy. Like, I go to the gym and just so much energy.
Dude, that was like one of the formal questions I had to this video. What is your secret? It seems like you literally have limitless energy. Like, you're one of those people that can talk at 2x speed and like formulate your thoughts so quickly. And that's really like a great skill to have. But like, what is your secret? I know you said you don't really use caffeine. You're not like drinking coffee every single day.
No. Caffeine, I use it.
Oh, you use caffeine. Okay.
Yeah.
And
but
so,
even without caffeine, great.
Yeah.
Great. Even
else
without caffeine, bro, like, the energy is still there. So I guess the secret. This one time I read this book. I think it was, I forgot the name. It's like completely forgot the name. But basically, this book, he was talking about how like energy doesn't really come from food. Energy doesn't come from like all the stuff that bro. My degree, because I finished my degree, right? I did Bachelor of Science, biomedical. So I know a lot about science. But just hearing someone talking about how energy doesn't come from food, and they were saying about how like energy actually comes from the heart. As a science person, it's like, that makes no sense. But when you actually like read more about this stuff, it starts to make sense. Like, even coming from a science person, energy doesn't come from food. Energy comes from the heart. So it's like the heart, usually everyone's hearts are just blocked. It's literally blocked. And it's like, you just have to like, it's so crazy. You just have to like open it up.
From what do you think? Just like old programming, conditioning?
Programming, like holding grudges, like just overthinking, just like all the stuff. And it's like, there's like a deep science behind all this stuff. Like, I guess you could say spiritual science, but it's just that you have to get past like the self, and then once you get past the self, you'll notice it's like you go through a world where it's literally unlimited energy. Like, you don't have to start looking for energy outside of yourself. It's like you are the energy, right? So it's just like learn about yourself, and then you open up to like a whole new world where it's just infinity. It's beautiful. Part of it, and this is even why I kind of started YouTube. Part of it is like going past like the ego and the super ego. So the super ego is like that thing that always criticizes. Like, let's just say right now we're going to be starting like interview or whatever, and like one of us, you or me, we start making a mistake, or like we start stuttering. It's like after the interview, you'll start getting like all these overthinking thoughts. It's like, oh crap, why did I freaking stutter? That's so bad. People are watching and stuff like that. But it's like you just understand that's not you. You're not the one that says these things. It's basically like the super ego, and it's like these are just programs that you got from like other things, like school, like your parents, like friends. Once you understand that this is actually not you, and it's just like a voice that you haven't tamed yet. You literally haven't tamed it. You just got to learn to tame it. Once you tame it, that's when like unlimited energy just literally comes. Bro, I was fasting in Ramadan. You know Ramadan, right? Like,
yes.
We fast. I try not to take anything, like no caffeine, no supplements, nothing. Like just pure fast.
Right.
And bro, I had so much energy still. And I think that's when I cracked it. I'm like, okay, just get past the self, open up the heart and all that stuff. And it shows in the videos too. It literally shows, like when you talk to the people, like when I make the videos, like I put my heart into it, bro. And people can sense that. So it's just opening the heart.
It's opening the heart. And I know you mentioned in one of the videos, you said you get into such a flow state. It's not even you really doing the thinking or talking. It's just flowing out of you. It's just flowing directly from your heart. And I think that's why it resonates so well with people, because you're not forcing anything. You're just letting go into being Mohammed, into being you. And therefore the content's reflected as valuable and as genuine as possible.
Yeah. And like we talk about all that stuff. I got these teachings from Islam, right? But like even in Islam, when you talk to a Muslim, they don't know these things, which is so sad. Because basically there's branches in Islam. The branch that I'm talking about is called Sufism, or like tasawwuf, like just like the cleansing of the heart. And most people, it's so sad because most Muslims are just like, oh, just gotta pray, just gotta fast, just gotta do hajj and all that stuff. But they don't know this whole like this other science of like cleaning the heart, cleaning the mind, and all that stuff. Most of them are not even aware of that. And it's like, bro, just imagine if all of them just become aware of that. Or even like if you're non-Muslim, just become aware of like cleansing of the heart.
It'd be crazy.
It's crazy, man.
And I mean, even seeing people like Tate talk about how Islam will be like the last religion on earth, so dedicated to the religion, and it would 2x or 3x in power if people actually knew this other side of it as well.
Mm-hmm. There's actually an ayah, like a verse in the Quran, that says that like had the people of the cities like believed, we would have opened the doors of the skies, the doors of the heavens to them. Like just basically like just send blessings over blessings to them. And it's like all they had to do was just believe. That's it. Like, and most people, I study under a sheikh and stuff, right? Like I have like my own sheikh teaches me and all that stuff. It's important to have that. And so he used to just say, it's like most people when they like advertise Islam, when they like talk about Islam, when they try to sell it, they don't even mention the fact that when you actually like when you become a Muslim, like when you surrender to the will of Allah, which is what a Muslim is, it's like the doors of like this life opens for you. Most of them never talk about that. Most of them just talk about how like the afterlife is good, which is true. But it's like once you realize like even the doors in this life starts opening, it's insane. Like, and just talking about this brings so many people back to Islam. And then it's like you hit two birds, one stone. You get like you fix the afterlife and then you fix this life. And all you have to do is just believe. And it's like, believe in what? Just believe in infinity, bro. Like just believe in the creator, that's all you got to do. Just like believe. And that's the beautiful thing. My sheikh usually tells me, he's like learn about cleansing of the heart and all that stuff. But just remember that that's only a branch of Islam. It's not like the entire thing. So, I mean, we're going to be talking about Islam now. But basically, it's like Islam is not just about like the cleansing of the heart and all that stuff. It's basically like an umbrella, and it's like there's so many things under it. So it's like a way of life. So in terms of like even running a country, like you need Islam for that. Like my sheikh usually tells me, he's like, Like if everyone literally lived under the laws of God, the creator, like society would like what's the word? Flourish. Like they said there was a time when, like, after the Prophet, peace be upon him, people actually followed the laws of Islam, like in terms of like the laws of society, of community, and even the self, because it talks about everything, the community, society, country, self, everything. When people actually followed the laws, bro, they said they used to take money, put it on the outside for poor people to come and take. But what happened is that every day passes by, they're like, why is this money increasing? Money used to start, like, it used to increase. And why did it used to increase? People used to, like, the society flourished so much to the point that people actually started putting the money in. No one needed money anymore. Like, society was just flourishing. No one needed money anymore. Like, that's the beauty of it. Once you actually follow the laws of the creator, like, that's it. Like, you flourish. But the issue is most people don't follow it, right?
Most people don't follow it, I think, because they're not aware of the true power of it, or maybe they just haven't seen the true power of God in their own lives and like truly realized it. Because if they did, then they would follow the laws.
Mm-hmm. Oh, truly though.
But I know you mentioned that, I mean, obviously you weren't always as devout. You weren't always making this much money. You weren't always seeing this much success in your life. And I was watching a video, you mentioned that you used to work in an amusement park, and that you had to pay back like student loans. Is that right? You were like 20K in debt or something.
Yeah.
I think that, like everyone, you probably didn't believe in yourself as much then. So what changed with your mindset, your beliefs, how you view yourself, your own identity? What do you think was like the catalyst for change into making you who you are today, away from kind of the person you were back then?
So back when I was working at the amusement park, like, I mean, even like you look at the people, I was just surrounded by a lot of people, like the coworkers, and it's like all of them had that lacking mentality. So it's like if everyone had the lacking mentality, like, what was I going to become? Another lacking person. But it's so funny because, so here's the story. Basically, there was this girl, right? It's always a girl. There was this girl who I'm like she's so beautiful and stuff. I want to marry her and everything. But she was like, I don't think my dad's going to approve because of this, and that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll make him approve. Like, I think I'll make him approve. So I'm just like, okay, how do I make him approve? I got to go and get money. That's when I actually went and like searched up like how to make money. And then I found, like, it's funny, I found Dan Vass, and then I bought Dan Vass's course for Amazon, and then I got destroyed. But then I'm just like, wait, I still truly believe that I can actually do this because Dan Vass did it. And it's like Dan Vass is not much different from me. He's not much different from everyone else. So I'm pretty sure I could do it too. And that's when I'm like I did dropshipping, and like dropshipping was I guess you could say the catalyst for the success. Right. But I guess it's just realizing it's like humans are all the same, bro. Like, just because this guy has more money than you doesn't mean like he's much different from you. They're all the same. Yeah. The only one that's like different, and the only one that you should actually see them as like high, is just the creator. That's it. So you can't just like look at someone and be like, oh, he's so great, And even right now though, like I see people even looking at me like I'm so freaking great, bro. We're all freaking the same. Why are you looking at someone like they're great? I said that in the War Room video that I made. I'm like, why are you worshiping a human? Like, I'm pretty sure most people don't actually go and bow their head down to Tate and all that stuff. But it's like, why are you still worshiping him? Like, you're looking at him like he's so high. He's not high. He's just like you and me, So
he's just a guy, and the decisions he makes every single day are just extremely high leverage.
Yeah, and it's like you could do the same too. If you actually like develop your mentality and all that stuff, you could do the same.
Exactly. Even as simply as just training your mind. Something you don't play chess every day. Just training your mind and using discipline and whipping it into shape over time, and believing you are the man. That makes a big difference. And I truly believe one of the fundamental things that most beginners are lacking to create success for themselves right now is shifting the identity away from being a broke, wagey person that's, working at an amusement park, or a person that's in a ton of debt. Shifting away from that identity into the person that is rich, successful, and abundant, and hardworking, and disciplined, and connected to God. And it's a feeling inside your body. And like you said, that the feelings and emotions are the way that the universe communicates to you, that God communicates to you, but they're not you. They just come and go. They're just symptoms of like the identity that you're in. So like, how do you think you can get away from like the feeling of being a beginner and get into the feeling of being an abundant person?
So I think the first thing is just realizing this is all conditioning. All of that is just programming. Like you believing that you're like a brokey or you're a beginner is just, it's literally just programming. And so, and this goes back to the super ego. The super ego is the one that's been telling you that you're a beginner, you still don't know a lot. It's that voice in your head, bro, that always tells you it's like, oh, you made a mistake, that's so bad. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like just the voice in your head. And then it's like, once you actually dissociate from this, like from this voice in your head, you start to realize it's like, okay, like I don't need permission slips for someone to tell me that, okay, now I'm actually abundant. Now I'm finally rich and all that stuff. You can just realize, here's the thing, realize that because you've been made by the creator, by the like the most beautiful, the most merciful, like the most abundant, then that's it. He put his signature in you. So the creator, like the most abundant, literally put his signature in you. So because of that, that's it, you're done. You can just take these feelings out. You know, like start feeling these feelings. You have permission. Because most people, most people literally believe it's like you need permission to start feeling like you're rich. And where does this permission come from? From like your Shopify dashboard or like from your Etsy dashboard. You don't need that, bro. And what's funny is that this is like a catalyst to success. I'm pretty sure you've read Reality Transurfing.
Yeah,
this is transurfing.
Yeah,
yeah, but this is transurfing. It's just like go on another hotline. Just go on another hotline of the person that is abundant. You know.
Yeah,
like it's just literally like just like this. You can do it just like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like just go past the conditioning, bro. That's all you need to do. You know?
Yeah, that's all. And I think what people need to realize is that some conditioning is harder to break through than others. And some people have different levels of conditioning. And once the conditioning is removed, it will be much easier to ascend through the ranks and become a wealthy, abundant, and happy person. But I think there's like kind of three parts to it. First, you have to know what you want. And most people, they don't even know what they want. People say, oh, you know, I want $1 million in the bank. Okay, cool. Like, how much money do you want to make per month? What's a realistic goal to get there? What do you want to be feeling when you wake up? What do you want to be wearing? What do you want to be eating? Do you want to have a girl waking up next to you? Do you want to be in Miami or New York or LA or Bali? Like most people, they haven't described the life they want exactly. And I think when you do that, you can then figure out what you want and ask. And it takes repetition, I think, to change the feeling of getting away from being a broke person and change the feeling of not wanting to do maybe a monotonous task that you know you have to do, but it will make you successful, or not feeling like going to the gym. It's like your friend asks you, yo, you want to go to the gym today? Nah, I just don't feel like it. Well, what does that mean? It's just something in your body that is an emotion that you haven't put into words yet, but once you articulate and define that, then you can address it and start to change it. And just the repetition, I think, is what can change the feeling and the emotion.
No, that is true. Repetition, bro. That's why even in Islam, there's this thing called dhikr. Basically, it's affirmations, but I don't like calling it affirmations because affirmation, for me, it just feels weak. But dhikr is like when you just remember God. So there's like certain words that you say, like, for example, astaghfirullah, which means I ask forgiveness from Allah, or like subhanallah or Allahu Akbar. Like you say those things, and it's been actually prescribed to people. Like for example, you have low energy, just say subhanallah 33 times, say this 33 times. There's specific numbers too on it too. And it's like when you actually say those things, it is repetition too. But it's like, what is it? What is the repetition for? It's to bring like your awareness back to the creator. That's it. It's like when you're saying Allahu Akbar, it just means Allah is greater. God is greater. The creator is greater. And it's like if you keep saying that, and it's like you keep saying that, then you have like feelings in you. I don't want to go to the gym. Well, God is greater. God is greater than this feeling that makes me not want to go to the gym. Well, because God is greater, God wants me to be strong. He's the strongest, and He wants me to be strong because I'm His creation. So it just gets rid of that, like that emotion.
I
Yeah,
think,
you're right. No, you're so right. Repetition, bro.
yeah, repetition, and I mean, even like you've said before, I think just saying that influences the feeling of gratitude. And gratitude is like one of the strongest emotions. When you're truly grateful for something, and like you break down in tears about what your family has done, what your parents have done, or if a friend does something really nice for you, or even just remembering God like that, I think the gratitude is capable of overriding any bad feeling in your body and just replacing it. And it's like the more you do that, the higher vibration you'll be in, and those other feelings, they can't penetrate you anymore.
No, that's so true, man. And even that translates to work. It's like, just imagine you're working, but like you're working from a state of gratitude. Like how much more different the work is going to become, and how much more blessing the work is going to have too. So obviously, like, we're saying all these things, but it's not just like you say these things and things are going to happen. You obviously have to go do work, but it's like you do these things and then you go and do work. The work is way different, as opposed to you doing work from like the state of lack. I've done that before, man. I've worked so many times from like this state of like, oh, I'm doing this thing hoping that I'll make money, or doing this thing hoping that it's going to somehow lead to something, and nothing happens. Like nothing changes. But it's like when you do the work from like a state of abundance, bro, it's so different. It's so different.
What I've found too is that like it doesn't matter how much technical information you have, or like how many courses you've taken, or whatever strategies you're doing, like how many specific like ad sets you're like, it doesn't matter. If you're working from not a state of abundance, it's very hard to see success. Like you can test 30, 35 products to create 40 Shopify stores, and you will have a very difficult time seeing success if you're not grateful for the work that you're doing, and you're not operating out of a state of abundance, just plain and simple.
That's so true, man. Like that's so
crazy,
true.
It's crazy to say too, because everyone out there is asking, especially people that are just starting, like, what's the next strategy? What's the best specific information? What are the best niches to start in? What's the best business to start in? And then like all of that, just it creates like shiny object syndrome, and people are just jumping from left to right, new things. Not only are they not making progress in one area, but they're not operating from a state of abundance, not operating from a state of like accumulated information and mastery in one topic. And with like full surety that you're going to achieve that. But I had like a fan question that kind of relates to this. So this is more of like a business related question, but also relates back to that. Shas asked, he said, in Mohammed's videos, he seems to go full on shiny object syndrome, pulling off a new income stream every week. He said, I wonder which ones he actually followed through on himself, and what is like the pie chart of your current income streams, if you feel like sharing.
Yeah. So it's funny because that's completely true. I think I do have shiny object syndrome, but I talked on YouTube too. I'm like, this thing doesn't exist, bro. Shiny object syndrome. Like if you're a beginner, sure, it exists. But like if you've been in the business for like some time, this doesn't exist anymore. Like you have skills now. You can just go and do whatever and you'll make money with it because you have the skills. And you should be doing more things. So it's actually very sad. So my favorite source of income was actually Amazon Influencer program. Have you heard of that, by the way?
Yeah, I think that's the one where you like create a review and get commission.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
so that was my favorite. I was doing pretty good with that. Like even after I made the video, I was doing pretty good. But it's so sad because I got a message from Amazon saying that, oh, we had to close down your shop. I'm like, what the heck? Why do I have to close down my shop? Apparently, because I made a video on YouTube talking about Amazon, and they were like, you're bringing, and like a lot of people from YouTube, they were searching up like my storefronts. So Amazon was like, you were bringing traffic from a site that's not your own. Apparently, I just didn't add YouTube as like one of my own sites. So they closed it, and now I'm still in the process of getting it back. But bro, I need to get that back, bro. Amazon was like my favorite. Because I even messaged Jeff Bezos. I'm like, Jeff, please, Habibi, give me back my store back. But some girl replied on his behalf. But yes, Amazon Influencer program. It was like truly one of the easiest money I made.
Wow.
The other one is I was doing affiliate marketing here and there sometimes with ClickBank, but it wasn't like big. Like it would just bring $1,000 a month and that's it.
Right.
The other one is YouTube, obviously, and Etsy. I was doing Etsy for quite some time, but then the bans got me destroyed. But I'm actually back on Etsy. I told you, remember?
Oh, you are back on Etsy now.
Through my brother's info.
Okay, very nice.
I'm just testing the idea that I told you that we can't really share it here. You have to keep it a secret, just to add some curiosity.
It's crazy how like the biggest problem with Etsy is just getting banned. Like it's not actually making sales. It's just getting banned. It's crazy. Like I know you've tried like every business under the sun. But like what's your honest, unbiased experience with selling on Etsy? Because I know you've ran a couple pretty good experiments with it.
Etsy, bro, Etsy is one of the easiest. I actually got a guy recently who never done online business in his life. I got him into Etsy. I told him which product to add and all that. And he added the product. And all of a sudden he got 2 sales. He got 2 sales. He started calling me at night. He's like, bro, help me fulfill these sales. I'm like, maybe I'm freaking sleeping. But he's starting to do good with that. But Etsy is one of the easiest, man. If you just get past the bans, it's so easy.
Yeah, I think it's so good because it has very few variables that like beginners have to understand. With something like Shopify, you're dealing with like what ad platform do you want to run on, like what partner do you want to fulfill from, like how does customer service work, like which email do you want to have, like which domain do you want to buy, and like how do I warm the ad account and like find creatives. There's so many unknown variables. And then Etsy for beginners is just extremely easy. Everything is in-house. You run ads on the platform. They're just images. So it's a lot less unknown variables on the platform. So you're able to control and diagnose when something goes wrong, it's much easier to kind of diagnose and learn from. But I will say, like, genuinely, if you're looking to make like 50 to 100K a month, Etsy is not the place. Like, it's better sustained at low scale. And you can have multiple stores and get up to that. But if you're looking for high scale or something like building real brands or even doing some crazy like affiliate marketing, will get you there. But you know, it comes with more difficulty as well.
If you try to scale hard and all that, like scale, it's ads. You have to do ads, like Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok. So no, you're right. Etsy. There was a guy actually who was doing very good high ticket Etsy. I'm like, Habibi, I've never seen anyone like getting to 100K on Etsy. So if you just get to 10K, like you should be happy, you know. But and Amazon influencer program too. It's like I see some guy was making 10K. I was making 5K a month, but like even Amazon, bro, it's like one of the easiest. Like if you have a TikTok page or an Instagram page, and you haven't, like, you're not doing good with the TikTok page or Instagram page, just take that TikTok page and then use it to apply to Amazon, because you have to apply for it, right? Take that and use it to apply, and then most people actually get accepted. You know, once you're accepted, like, you're good. You just have to upload like 3 videos so you can get monetized. But other than that, bro, Amazon, it's so freaking easy to make money on it.
It's not the Amazon Associates, because that's just like the regular like shitty affiliate program.
Yeah, no, it's not
the actual like influencer program. So what kind of payouts do you get? Like, what are the commissions?
So the commissions are low. It's pretty much the same as the affiliate. They're very low, like 2%, 3%, very low. But just imagine, bro, it's like you're making videos and so many people are just on Amazon. And then every time they see your video and they buy, then you get a commission. And it's like, how many people buy? A lot of people buy. So you're just getting commissions left and right. It's almost like YouTube. You know, YouTube, how you get like ad revenue and stuff. It's almost like literally the same. It's just that you're posting videos on Amazon. So I had around like 600 videos, which is, it might seem like it's a lot, but it's not a lot. Like, you just look around your house, look around, like, even I have this right here. You can take a video of this. It's probably on Amazon, and then post a video on it, and you'll just start making commissions from it. So everything, literally everything in your house, and I have a room filled with stuff, right? But like everything in your house, you can scan it. You'll find it on Amazon, and you just make videos on it. And then anytime someone is shopping, they watch your video, you get a commission. Bro, I saw a guy with 5,000 videos. I'm like, that's freaking insane. 5,000 videos? Like, he's definitely making 20K a month just from that. You know, it's actually insane.
It seems like the broader the product you choose, it's actually better if you're able to rank for it, because everyone is, even something as simple as like an omega-3 supplement.
I've got a bunch of supplements upstairs. And it's like, take all these supplements and just put them on Amazon. You'll make money.
Dude, if you really look into like some of the Amazon spy tools like Helium 10 or Jungle Scout, I mean, the money people are making is unfathomable. Like, single SKUs alone are doing $36-40 million a month. Like this element, which I have right here, is like just an electrolyte packet. This combined is doing over $60 million a month on Amazon.
Dang, that is a lot.
And then the second highest competing supplement is just protein powder. That's it. So I think it'd be a good play, like using spy tools, see what's doing well, and then making reviews on Amazon for it. Just an idea.
That works too. Yeah. For me, I'm just like, I love working, right? So I'm just like, let me take every single thing in the house and just post it on Amazon. I went as far as when I go to the gym, I would scan the machines and post them on Amazon. So there was this one machine, like the curved treadmill where you sprint on it, costed like $3,000. Bro, I got like this one day I got $200 commission just from that. I'm like, that's insane. I don't even own this machine. You know?
No way.
And in my head, I'm like, it's so funny. People come to the gym paying money. I come to the gym, make money. So it's so cool. Great. You have, I think, how much was it? 7,000 followers on Instagram?
Yeah, I have about 8,000.
Bro, you can apply to Amazon and just get accepted. And you have your face on it, so they'll definitely accept like the 3 videos, and you can just start making money. And bro, I haven't checked my Amazon in so long too, and I was still making money from it. It's like it's the actual passive thing. I don't believe in passive income.
The most traffic come from the internal platform, or is it like external traffic that you've driven?
No, it's internal.
That's
why. Okay. Yeah. So when you go and shop on Amazon, like you'll see there's videos on it, right? Like on the listing. Yeah. So those videos is made by people like me who used to do it. And if you watch their videos, they'll get a commission. It's like that.
Dude, that's one of the craziest things I've heard.
It's insane. Like, I kind of didn't want to talk about it at first, man. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to bring competition and all that stuff. But I guess now I'm not even on it, so I guess it's okay. I'll try to get the account back, man. I need the account back.
Yeah. So when was like the last time you were running this before you got banned?
So it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago is when like I got banned.
Okay. So as of 2 weeks ago, it's still pumping. It's not like old news. Like this is happening right now.
Still making money. It's not making money for me, but it's still making money. And you know what's sad? I think $5,000 just like that. They're like, we can't give it to you. They're like, because now your account is closed, so we can't even give you that. So it's pretty sad. But I'm pretty sure like most people who are watching this, they're not gonna go and make YouTube videos about Amazon. So they're not gonna get banned from it. You know? So if you don't have a YouTube channel, by the way, if anyone that has like a YouTube channel and they're doing Amazon, like make sure to actually add the YouTube channel as like one of the sites on Amazon, just so it would know that this is actually yours. I forgot to do that. So I think I'll get it back.
If anything, they should have given you a bonus. Like you've driven thousands of people to become
right?
That's crazy. Speaking of Amazon, there's another platform I found recently, like not sponsored or anything, but it's called Levanta. And basically what they do is they connect brands with affiliates and they offer higher payouts. So instead of like 1 to 3% affiliate payout on Amazon, you can get like 40 to 45%. So I think also a good play there, just trying become an affiliate. The conversion rates are much higher on Amazon and then getting higher payouts. So I'm going to be experimenting with that as well.
Nice. Hey, but you got to get on Amazon Influencer.
Okay.
I think you'll like it, man. You'll notice it's actually easy.
I like the idea of just running around in public and just recording.
Yeah.
That you found.
No, it's so funny.
You know, like what makes your review appear on top? Because there's multiple video reviews on the most popular products.
Yeah. It's the same as YouTube, right? Title, thumbnail, I guess watch time. I'm not even sure if watch time matters, but it's the same as YouTube. Like they're only if people are clicking on your review more, then yeah, like you'll rank higher. But right now, like I've noticed, like my videos always rank to the top because there aren't that many people doing this whole thing.
Right.
You know? So I'm a bit early, but if competition does increase, which it will, and it's fine, then you just go back to like making the title good, making the thumbnail good. You know,
so you actually have to make like thumbnails for this. That's crazy.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, for me, I don't care about that. I was just making like a bunch of videos, but yeah, I know a guy who's had like 200 videos on his or 300, but he was making the same as me, like 5,000, 4,000 a month, just like that. So I guess because his videos were good, like his title was good, his thumbnail was good. For me, I don't even care. I'm just posting.
Yeah,
like that's it.
You're just going for volume.
Yeah. I'm trying to, because it's funny, because I don't play video games, but my favorite, like I had a favorite game called Resident Evil 4, and it recently came out. So I'm like, I'm not ever gonna play that game unless I reach 2,000 videos on Amazon. So I guess I can never play it now because my Amazon's gone. So I can never play that game anymore, man.
I guess you're just playing a new game. You know, you never quit. You just change the ones that you played.
No, no, you're right.
Dude, it really feels like it. Without like getting too weird that we live in a matrix and all of that stuff. Like even just refreshing your Shopify dashboard really feels like a video game. I mean, even
yeah.
Let's say you've done like a few thousand orders, like who are these people that are buying? It's like kind of just the weirdest thing. Like I don't know who's buying these, but like it's just a game we're playing. We're just playing a game to make more money and having fun while doing it. And there's a bunch of problems and pieces to the puzzle that we have to solve. But that's what makes it so rewarding. And like it's a total blast.
Were you a gamer before? Like before you did online business?
I played games for a while. I was really into Minecraft and just building like in
Yeah.
And then I started playing a lot of Counter-Strike, like really competitive Counter-Strike.
Bro, I think any gamer who stops gaming and then goes into online world, like they just get success.
I think, yeah, people in the beginning too that learned like strategy, or even if you just spent time on Steam and like understood how the markets work. Like me as a 13-year-old kid, like buying and trading skins on CSGO is teaching me like the basic principles of economics, like supply and demand and rarity and like all these things.
Yeah.
So even people I've talked to that were like 10 years old playing RuneScape, like they learned lessons then, they got scammed then. So it's all lessons that have like applied and reflected later in life. Like, did you play any games though besides Resident Evil 4?
I was a heavy gamer. Resident Evil 4 is my favorite because when I was younger, I would try to beat it, but it used to be too scary. Now that I'm older, like I'm raping this game. I'm so good at it. I've just finished it like so many times, you know?
Yeah.
The new one came out, the remake. And I'm like, I want to experience that, but I guess I need to finish Amazon first. Now it's gone. But no, if you actually look at my YouTube channel, like since 2013, it all used to be gaming.
Oh,
like
wow.
I made a bunch of videos on YouTube, but it's all unlisted now. But yeah, no, I used to be a heavy gamer.
Yeah, that's kind of when I was gaming too. And then you find online business right about the time I found online business, I really stopped playing because they both exist on the same platform. So they both exist on your computer, and it's like, am I going to be playing games right now, or am I going to be making money?
But no, it truly is like life actually starts to become a game. And then when you think of it like a game as it's supposed to be, it becomes even easier too. You know, because what happens is that you dissociate this whole overthinking from it. Because when you play a game, you don't overthink, you just do, right? And then once you look at online business that way too, like it just starts to become a lot easier, you know. And that's why every gamer they get success.
I was gonna say, when you look at money, you just don't look at it as real anymore. It's just a thing. It doesn't exist. Then it will just start flowing more rapidly to you.
I mean, you play GTA, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that cheat codes GTA when it just increases the money. It's the same, bro. It's literally the same. You just learn like a few cheat codes to do online, and then it just starts increasing the money. And it's like you're not even attached to it, too. That's the crazy part. And that's how it should be. Because, bro, I truly think this is like a universal law. Once you get attached to something, it's almost like God, the creator. He just comes at you saying things like, why are you attached to something other than me? It's like that. Why are you attached? It's almost like you're worshiping it at this point. When you're so attached to the money, you're worshiping it. And Allah says it's like, you can't worship anyone other than me. Because once you put your trust or worship in other things, it's empty. Those things are empty. You won't get any satisfaction from it. So it's almost like Allah's so merciful, he tries to like slap you back into reality. Like, no, go back to the creator, man. And then once you do that, it's like you look at money, like it's just nothing. It's just numbers on a screen. You know, it's nothing. And then it's like you have power over it when you think that.
Only a broke person would like stress over a check they get at the restaurant that they have to pay. Like a rich person, they don't even look at it. They just put their credit card down. But I think it's also like what you just said is a really interesting viewpoint, tying back to reality transurfing and like placing too much importance on things. It talks about inner importance and outer importance. and placing too much importance on those things will like cause that attachment. And like if you place too much importance, you have this like emotional resonance within your body of maybe fear or something that you don't want. And coincidentally, when you don't want something or you fear it the most, it might just clothe itself in reality.
No, that's so true, man. Again, it's like a reminder from the creator. It's like, why are you putting your attention in things other than me? Like, and it's funny because, yeah, like in Islam, it's all like that. Like the core message of Islam is that there's no God but Allah. Like there's no God but God. And it's like, if you just listen to that, like what does that even mean? It just means that there's nothing that should take your attention, nothing that should like take your importance other than God. So it's like, oh, you broke your computer. Who freaking cares? Like, stop stressing about that. Stop crying about that. You know, like you're really gonna cry so much about like a broken computer or whatever. Like those feelings should go to Allah. They should go to God. You know, or it's like, oh, I'm so freaking worried about the bill.
You know,
huh?
It's not gonna help you to stress.
The outer intention. Remember in reality transurfing, it's like you got to get in touch with the outer intention. When you get in touch, it's like when you get in touch with Allah, He starts running your life, and like. This is why I believe like 100xing your life is so possible. I remember Tej Dosa, you know Tej from Twitter?
Yeah, he's go.
He talks about that, and he's so on point. It's like when you just get back with the creator, your life starts to 100x. Because it's like it's not you that's doing it anymore. It's Allah doing it. And it's like, what's 100x to the creator? It's like it's nothing, bro. So that's completely nothing.
What would you say like your core emotional driver is? Like if Allah is the vehicle that you use, like put faith in and put trust in to make sure things are going to happen. What is the core emotional driver that's driving you? I know you mentioned like you wanted to retire your mom. Is that still something that you view?
Oh yeah, of course.
You said you could retire her now, right? Or have you retired her?
I haven't retired her, no. But like, I mean, bro, the income I'm making right now is like combined, right? Like my parents combined. So I can pretty much retire them. But it's just, I don't know. My mom is very old school. She still thinks like this whole stuff is not real. You know, it's like you're still not a doctor. How are you gonna retire me? You know? But no, I just need to convince her. But still, I'm like, I still want to make more, just so I'd have like, I guess, a peace of mind too. Right. Then I can actually retire her, and then it's like, okay, now it's like unlimited, truly unlimited money. Now I can retire her, right? But that's one driver, just the mother. But it's like, okay, let's just say I retire the mother. What's the second driver? I don't even know, man. My sheikh has been telling me it's like you need to almost like establish Islam. You know, like just imagine how much more positive. Like if you're truly trying to change the world, like you need like a blueprint, right? So I'm like in my head, I'm like the blueprint is Islam. Like once again, it's gonna like make society flourish. It's gonna fix society. It's gonna fix literally every single problem. So it's like just imagine if you were the one that does that. It's like you're the one that actually like fixes that using Islam. So he's trying to put these things in my head just because like my platform is growing, and it's like I'm like he's right actually, bro. Like I think that should really be the goal. It's not even about dropshipping anymore. It's not about Etsy. Right. It's not about that. It's just like changing the freaking world, man. Like making it flourish, making society flourish. And it's like, how are you even gonna do that? How are you gonna actually like achieve that? It starts like at a small level, right? Like fixing the self, fix the family, and then you fix society.
I think one way to make people extremely receptive to your ideas is doing exactly what you're doing right now. It's like first make people a bunch of money and then introduce this idea, because people will be a lot more willing to listen to you after you've made them thousands of dollars.
That's true. No, that's true. Even I was watching Tate. He was like, bro, I don't know if people think I hate Tate. I freaking love Tate. Like ever since my Warren video, he was talking about how like if you want people to listen to you, like you need to show them that you have what they have. I mean, you have what they want. So like the strong body, the money, you need to be having those things. And my sheikh has been telling me, like my teacher has been telling me, like you need to have those things. Like, yes, work on the business. You need to be doing that. Once you do that, people are more receptive to listening to you. So that's what I've been trying to do. And you know, bro, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like I can make a course right now and have the money immediately. Like have all that, like millions of dollars just immediately, just like that. But I don't know, in my head, I'm like, I want people to actually know like this money didn't come from the courses. Like the life I'm living, it didn't come from the courses. It came from like what I'm actually preaching. Mm-hmm. And through that, like people will become even more receptive.
Yeah, I think it's completely true. It just comes down to your transparency and what you're doing each and every day. I know there's an old guy on YouTube. His name was Tanner J. Fox, and he had a course. He was doing like Amazon stuff. Super OG guy, but he would break down his income exactly. And every time he did it, he was like, "Look, guys, the course is 3x my income from Amazon. My income from Amazon is still amazing," but he was like, education just pays more. That's it. And it really is. Information is very easy to make money in.
No, that's true.
But it also comes back to just digital products as a concept as a whole. And I know that's what people are really excited about now. It's like one of the new cutting edge business models, I guess. It's very popular on Etsy too. And I know you just made like an ebook video. But what's your thoughts on the whole world of like AI and creating digital products to sell, or maybe even just being an affiliate to digital products? Like, where do you see the best opportunities in that area?
So digital products, if you're able to sell them, is going to make you a fortune. But it's like you need to know how to sell them. So one thing that most people don't understand is that they want to get into digital products just like they want to get into dropshipping. But it's like those two things are just business models. You don't have the skills for those things. Like if you're getting into dropshipping, you need to know how to do media buying, right? So if you're going to be getting into digital products, you need to know how to do copywriting. It's like once you learn copywriting, you understand it's like, okay, in order for me to sell a digital product, like I need a big idea. If I don't have a big idea, like no one's going to listen to me. No one's going to buy my product. Just like for a physical product, usually physical products, they have big ideas within them. That's why there's such thing as like a winning product. It's like it's already got a big idea within it. But if you're only selling like an ebook, like what's the big idea behind it, right? So that's what you got to do. Like you got to do a bunch of research on your specific person, your customer, and all that stuff, and just see like what's the thing that when they see, they're gonna start salivating, they're gonna want it, and that's it. Like just find the big idea and then like write a sales letter, and that's it. You'll be good. But that's the entire concept. Like just learn copywriting, get the skill. Don't get into like a business just because of the model. Like learn the skill first and then get into it.
Yeah, I think arbitraging can only really take you so far. Like if you do like I did, I didn't want to learn any skills for the longest time, and it really held me back. But like eventually, you like learn and come around. Just like you said, you have to make yourself irreplaceable. Just learn a skill, a fundamental one, and it will take you extremely far. Especially if you become world class at it. Like you can become a billionaire in real estate. You can become a billionaire in e-commerce. You can make so much money in every business model. Just build an irreplaceable skill.
And people think AI is gonna take over like copywriting and stuff. And anytime they say that, I'm just like, this person knows nothing about copywriting, bro. I think copywriting is, I guess, what made my channel like the fastest growing, because it's not like writing, it's like it's almost like selling persuasion. Once you learn persuasion, like you can literally persuade people to subscribe, persuade people to buy, persuade people to do anything. And it's like you learn that, you combine that with speaking, and that's what Tate is doing, man. If you look at Tate, Alex Hormozi, like all these people, they're all great copywriters, man. But they combine copywriting with speaking, and that's why it's like they're amassing riches, man. They're doing amazing just because of that.
It's an art. It's literally an art form. Like Tate is one of the best speakers I've seen ever. It's really impressive to see. And it's also just like the fundamental foundation of copywriting and speaking is just learning how to instill emotions into people, like specific targeted emotions. And like the more you know about the person, the more you can strategize and make a tactic in order to instill the targeted emotion and like get the sale or persuade the person to do a certain thing or act a certain way. So yeah, it all comes down to just conveying emotions properly. But something I think is interesting about digital products is the limitless potential for scale. So if you can run ads with a digital product, I mean, like you said, not only is there basically no customer service, if you have to give refunds, like you don't have to worry about any product. There's no shipping. And also your ad spend, you can spend like whatever your margin is, 90%, and you haven't lost anything. So it's very interesting the way you can scale with digital products. And I know you played around on Pinterest a little bit. But yeah, are you running like anything currently right now, or do you have plans to kind of experiment more with the digital space?
So right now I'm not running anything, but I truly want to go back to running digital products, especially on Pinterest, because now I feel like I got a new strategy to like 10x what I did. But honestly, bro, right now I'm just like focusing so much on YouTube. I need to kind of get back to that because I need to like. It's funny because you work so much, and it's like now you have proof. Then you go on YouTube, you show this proof, you teach it, but then you reach a point where it's like, oh crap, I'm running out of proof. So you need to go back, do some stuff, get some proof, and then teach it on YouTube. That's the cycle I'm in right now. So right now, I'm slowly transitioning back to getting the proof, you know?
Right. It's like you're just caught. Like you said, you can't sleep because you know there's so much opportunity. So you can only
exactly, man. Yeah.
Like the things that will move the needle the most. And for you, it was YouTube. And now you're like, well, you know, shit, I need to go make products and test digital products and try new strategies. But I think you've reached a term which I call like terminal velocity. Like you have so much momentum right now, you can basically do anything and your dues are paid for the next 2 months. Like people are going to appreciate the momentum you've caused, and like the spiritual value you're providing the world will pay you back for months and years to come. And yeah, I think I'm excited to see where your channel goes. I'm excited to see what you show next. I am curious in learning more about Islam, and I love every video you put out. So like really the interview's been amazing. Thank you for doing it. And like I said, I'm just looking forward to the content you put out. But I really appreciate you, Mohammed.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for the interview.
Of course. Sweet. That's it, man.